What's up guys, Cocojobro here, and today I'm going to try to convince you that the next killer for chapter 17 is going to be the Alchemist. So let's get right into it. So what we have to do first is we have to go all the way back to Tome 1. And in Tome 1, there are some Tome Awakening archives that we can actually look at and kind of dive in deeper to see why this is it. Now, if you guys didn't see it already, there was a trailer today that came out for the next so-called killer. So actually, let's go ahead and watch that real quick. All right. So that was the trailer. You got to see who the new so-called killer is. Now there's some sound effects in there that I want you to listen to, and then we'll go again and I'll try to convince you why those are the sound effects. So you heard like this puncturing noise, then you heard like a ripping noise, and then you heard a glass shattering. So what I think personally is that he was stabbing himself with one of those serum vials, and it punctured his skin and his clothes and it ripped it, and then he threw away the vial and then it shattered on the ground. And he kind of has this moaning, like, ugh, like he's having some kind of like internal pain or something like that. So let's actually go to the first document here. This is Memory 1746. I'll read it for you. It says like this: he moves through the death and decay of the void. We'll go back to that. Remember that. He doesn't remember his name. Everything is a blur. He feels pain in his stomach, in his arms, in his veins. He needs to find one of those flowers, the nectar, the sweet serum that gives strength. Strength for what? He remembers the killers, experimenting on them. Why was he experimenting on them? He doesn't remember. He caused a lot of suffering, and he doesn't feel remorse. He doesn't even know if he should feel remorse. He doesn't feel anything but an ache in the pit of his stomach for power. Now, I feel like when you use the serum, we saw even in the past that a lot of the killers had the Hollow Blight cosmetics, and when they had it in them, they kind of had a new like grotesque looking like body, like they had more power in them. And you'll see here that he has pain in his stomach, in his arms, and his veins. And I personally think that from the trailer that the Alchemist, who's the new killer, is going to be using these serums to give himself more strength. I want to focus on document number 3, where it says this: he feels hunger, not for food or drink, not for talk or fun, for a flower, a single flower, for serum. He knows the entity is watching him. He knows it, feels it inside his bones. He doesn't want to be snatched for another trial, which means he was a survivor going through the trial. He has an acquaintance with the entity. He doesn't want to suffer to cause suffering. And to what end? The horrible mystery of it all. He wants to understand this place, this realm, the void. He does, but he has a sense, but he senses that to really know would drive him madness. This is a place, the embodiment of madness. He doesn't want to be pulled into another trial. He wants to return home. He must return home. That is why he's studying the serum. It gives him insight to what? He doesn't remember. So you can see from the first note right here, he says he moves through death and decay, and then he has pain in his stomach and his arms. And then this one, he hungers for the flowers. So if you guys remember 2 years back in 2018, there was a Halloween event where you had to suck up those nasty flowers, and there was serum, and you would fill up your vials, and then you escape. The same thing here. Pretty much, we see it here that also too in the 5th one, it says he's lost. He doesn't know where he is. He's seeing things like tentacles reaching out for him from the fog, and he knows they're not real. None of this is. He's losing his mind. If he hasn't lost it already, his eyes are playing tricks on him. He sees giant nameless creatures looming over him. Doesn't matter. They're not real. None of it is. His hunger confuses him, oppresses him. He'd do anything for that feeling again. Anything. Even return to the trials. He would. He'd rip survivors and killers apart, limb for limb, for the feeling again. He begins to mumble words. A promise. One flower, and I will do anything. So for me personally, watching the trailer that DBD just announced, he's using these vials. He's moaning. He's groaning. He's having withdrawals. You'll see here in the final clip that I'm going to show you that he is using so much of this this drug, this narcotic, this serum, and he's having withdrawals. He's having things hallucinate. He's seeing things. And I think in the end, he was a survivor, but you'll see here that using the serum, it will give him strength. And I think overall, the entity is kind of making a deal with him. Hey, you like that serum? You're addicted? You kill for me? I'll make you a killer, and I'll give you all the serum that you'll like. So check out this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's see how it goes. There's three things that I want to reach out to you guys and have you focus on. One, you could see all the vials in the beginning. He's addicted to it. Two, I want you to see that he was walking through this void. There's dying the corpses were walking past him. Decomposing bodies were walking by him. And then the third one I want you to focus on is how the entity was manipulating him, speaking to him, kind of bargaining with him, saying, hey, I'll give you more. You want more? So those are the main things I want to talk about. This tome was you know, a couple of months ago, and we really got to see, hey, this was tome 1. They were talking about this alchemist. Is he actually a killer? Well, here he was a survivor. He used the serum. He could probably be a killer. So there's a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, let's see if he actually comes out. Let's see if that trailer that they showed us in the beginning on Twitter was a hint to him, or maybe it's just some werewolf. I don't know, but I think for sure we have the alchemist coming to us. It'll be really cool to see someone who's like a human, kind of like the Legion group, to be in the killer cast, and I'm excited. If you guys like this video, definitely hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also too, we're going to be streaming on Twitch tonight, and we stream in the evening, so if you guys want to check us out, twitch.tv/Cocojobro. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the fog, guys. Take it easy.